At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the Bengals sideline, that's head coach Zach Taylor. His side taking full advantage of their bye week to rest and recover. On the Steelers sideline, that is head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Now ready for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
On the tackle.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
At the 21-yard line.
Warren once more. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They'll go again with Warren. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front, opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Looking out of the gun, here's Rodgers. And the floater falls to the deck. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is to win it.
The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he's one of the best in the league this season. Still the guy that everybody is chasing in pass. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
He was brought down by...
That'll be the end of 1 in this AFC North battle. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Counterplay here, Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Escapes the pocket. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 16 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off play action, here's Rodgers.
32-yard line.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And let's get to him and take him down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Warren. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action here with Rodgers. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So 1st down from the 41.
That's good.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. They'll run here, following the penalty. Touch the tackle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense. Well, he moved past that earlier.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Warren running between the tackles. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stops. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Rodgers from the gun. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Bengals... So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for us Steelers.
Rodgers will look to throw. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Trying an inside give to Warren. He will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Now Warren. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. There's so much for finishing things on the ground. Now he is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's Rodgers. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get 6 points for themselves. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
2nd down and 10.
They go with Warren on the run. Now, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Rodgers going to throw here. 3rd down. Across his body, and they make the interception. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to work after throwing the pick. Gonna let this one fly. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call it?
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They run with Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's kind of of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. Third down. Rodgers to throw. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
A gain of 3.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Going for it with Warren. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense is set. First and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
Rodgers off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air on third and long. Taking a shot deep here. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it.
sets up fourth down.
Something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Warren. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. All set now. First and 10.
88. That's good for a Steelers.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Second down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Yes, Cup. That's Thielen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Bengals into the nickel set, third down.
Brings up third and 3.
Now Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now they're left with fourth and short. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Again, Rodgers. Headed out right. Going all the way to the end zone here. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down, so back to the drawing board they go for second. Throwing again, Rodgers sends this to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Taking a chance to the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Running it after the penalty. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers down by only 2 in the fourth. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll hand it off to Warren. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Warren here from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's another Steelers first down.
They'll run now with Warren. And he has this down to the 34. And with that run, he's reached the coveted mark for a back in a single campaign. This is officially a 1,000-yard season on the ground. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers going for the win here.
24-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Warren once more. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
Brought down by Miles.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He gets it again. This defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now
No run. It's Warren. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have taken the lead late. Checking the win column for the Steelers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh. And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Leading the Steelers in this one, longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. His side has won 2 in a row. Opposing him, that's Ben Johnson, head coach of the Bears. These guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
He's
We're going to look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. This is Warren, headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Completed over the middle. This gets the 1st and more. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down. Warren running between the tackles. And he has enough room to gain about 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They toss to Warren, running right. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, and they take him down for a loss. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Chased out to his right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. Give him 24 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's good for a Steelers. 1st down.
Trying to get outside here with Warren. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
That's another Steelers 1st down.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Corliss Waitman brought on to punt this away. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Ben Johnson doing a last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Warren quick on the draw. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that one. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Catch made by Austin. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. Well, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's tackled, but not before he picks up that 1st down. But hang on, Brock, hang on. They're going to have to survive that penalty flag first. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bears about set for their next possession. And they sure looked clean throwing that football the last drive, didn't they? That's something we've seen from them early in games throughout. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. Rodgers set to pass. Taking a deep shot here. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Rodgers rushing everybody to the line.
And the Steelers first down.
Throwing it again here. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And the Bears get the football. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start the drive with Warren. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. One picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Pick up is 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A give here to Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. Got locked behind this one. Downfield it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This finds Austin complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. First down throw here by Rodgers. He's going deep this time. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Finds his back. Jalen Warren. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. He's back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Looking to throw. And he put everything he's got behind it. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they wait for it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers off the play action. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes again.
Positive that effort. You didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
No throw. 3rd and long. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They're going for it. It's Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete as they're... Rodgers going to throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
He rolls to his right. Austin makes the grab downfield. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And with that last throw, a memorable one for him because it gets him to the 3,000-yard plateau for the year. To mark every quarterback tries and honestly expects to hit over the course of a regular season. To the air on first down. Rodgers into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
8 yards on the pickup.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. He's going deep. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
65 yards is the
Shotgun handoff to Warren. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
Off
second.
play action. Here's Rodgers. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the third. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. To throw, Rodgers. It's everything he has under this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. To throw again here on second down. Rodgers. Forced out to his right. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Bears decide to call their first time out. Here's first and 10 from the 47. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Off the play fake. He'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Steelers first down.
First down, here's Rodgers. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And this is another incompletion.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. And they don't get the catch they need there. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Buying some time right. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Offense in the hurry up now.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers.
50. Hey, you block over here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And this one is launched downfield. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down. This one will be intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Stinks. Take the 6 off the board, partner. That was an interference-aided interception.
And he can be as upset as he wants that that play won't count for him or his team. The defense...
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass.
Getty's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Going deep here for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jalen Johnson with... Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Chicago. Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration continues, and we've got a great one for you. Between the... So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Warren here from the gun. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40, and that brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Working now from the gun. Trying for the deep ball. It is caught at the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line. He'll come up on 1st and 10. Now hand it off to Warren. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go with Warren on the run. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Brings it in. This does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. On 4th down, it's Rodgers. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Warren. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
22-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Counterplay here, Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And they sent him out of bounds right as he was coming up to that marker, Brock. It's going to be 2nd down. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll run now with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Thielen's got it, it's complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his play's really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this. That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They run with Warren. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Warren can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. That's a layout for it, but touchdown. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, It really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
To the air on first down. Rodgers. Throw left is intercepted. Maxwell Hairston picked. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a give to Warren, coming right. Hit right at the line, and that is where he is stopped. So no gain on first down. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
To the air on third and long. This finds Austin, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. So first and 10 now from the 30. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Escapes the pocket. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A first and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. Now Rodgers. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Now air it out on third. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Rodgers off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hey, 626!
Again, Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now throw again. Rodgers. Chased out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And it doesn't fall into the breadbasket. Incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what...
his end zone. Rodgers made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again here from the end zone. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. He drops it! Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down. From his end zone. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time.
Hey, you block over here.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Austin makes the grab downfield. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. On the run, deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Oh, either way, that was going to be a big gain, Brock. But of course they're going to credit their quarterback, right? Take the completion over that penalty.
Yeah, pad those stats. You know, you run that route, Kate, to try and stretch out a defense, maybe even draw that kind of penalty. But put a gold star by his effort. Not only did he do that, he made the play as well.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Going all the way to the end zone here. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up. 3rd and long for him here. He's looking deep once again. Pass it down close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. In the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Going again here, it's Rodgers. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. He's got this at the 27. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action here with Rodgers. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense, but this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
He's trying to push the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Force back to his right. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Well, Brock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Finds a man right side. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid. And this is going to be incomplete. Great-looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. They're handling. To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. Throw left side, finds Freiermuth. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. There's a 2nd and 6 coming up. Rodgers to throw. Hits him on the out route. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line. Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
He's back to throw. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills get the football. On 1st down, here's Rudolph. He's going to try another deep one here. They connect on the deep shot. 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that foot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Rudolph. He's trying to go deep again! And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Incomplete. Cole Bishop on the coverage.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Back to the air. It's Rudolph. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40. And that brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
This one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
4th down.
Let's go now. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Warren running between the tackles. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
On second down, Warren. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Play action, Rudolph.
37-yard line.
And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Good on the coverage.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That's a pickup of 9. And the Steelers have a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
On the play action, here's Rudolph. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Connor
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Dive play straight ahead. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
On the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers come through to tie it in the 4th. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Steelers to the line now. First and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rudolph from the gun. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out. Big gain downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
It's a gain of
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Steelers first down.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's another Steelers first down.
They'll go again with Warren. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow the lead to 7. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Good check in the win column for the Steelers. And this game, wow, it came down to the final moments where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitors' sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
A handoff for Warren. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Steelers at 500 hit 6-6. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kick. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of position. Now it's Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd down in the yard. On play action, it's Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Got his man, it's Warren. And down he'll go at the 25. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 70 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate
Rodgers wants to change the look.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing to start the drive.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers going to throw. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Throwing is Rodgers. Now a run here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Rodgers now throwing to start the drive. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Ravens offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards. That's good for us Steelers. First down.
On play action. Now Rodgers.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Austin.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Nate Wiggins on the
On the give, it's Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
13 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
Back to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
This one finds Austin out right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Back to throw. Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Warren will score. Touchdowns. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they